Hi guys, welcome back to my amazing kitchen. And if you are new here, kindly click on that subscribe button right now and join the amazing family today. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my simple one-pot coconut rice recipe with you. If you are part of the amazing family, I'm sure by now you know that we really love to eat rice in my house. So I am always cooking rice in so many different ways so it doesn't become boring eating it. So I hope you like this recipe as well, or that you take inspiration from it. So let's get right into it. We obviously need some rice, and I'm using jasmine rice, but basmati rice will do as well. I have here some frozen peas and my chopped carrots or diced carrots. I have my coconut milk, and this is the brand I'm using. I also have my sliced onion and my spring onions or scallions, green onions, however you call them. I also have my black and white pepper, some salt, and my homemade all-purpose marinade. And as always, I will list all of them in the description box below. I'm going to heat up about 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. You may use any other oil, but using coconut oil will intensify the coconut flavor. After all, we are cooking coconut rice, and this is the coconut oil I use. It's cold pressed, but any type will do as well. When the oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add my sliced onion and fry it until it becomes translucent. I'm just going to stir it around. I'm not trying to caramelize the onions. I just want it to sweat down a bit so I can proceed to add my homemade all-purpose marinade. If you don't have this, you can substitute this with some ginger paste. Fry it together with the onions for about a minute or two. When the onions are nicely fried and the homemade all-purpose marinade becomes very fragrant, we are going to go ahead and add our washed rice. Next, I'm going to go ahead and toast my rice for about 5 minutes until it becomes very dry, and then add my black and white pepper and my salt. And I'm going to continue to toast it until the black and white pepper is incorporated, and then add my coconut milk. Once I add my coconut milk, I'm going to stir until the rice absorbs all the coconut milk, and then proceed to add my water. Now, how much water you need to add will depend on the rice you are using, as every rice absorbs moisture differently. However, I will list down below the exact ratios I used. Now continue stirring until the rice is loosened up, and then cover and allow to cook on medium-low heat. After about 15 minutes, I check on my rice and it is cooking beautifully, but it is obviously not yet cooked. So I'm going to give it a quick stir and then add my carrots. I did not add the carrots from the beginning because I don't want it to go all soft and mushy. You want your carrots to still have a bit of texture to it once the rice is cooked. And so this is the perfect time to add it. I'm going to cover it with some parchment paper and then cover and allow it to steam for about 10 minutes more. After 10 minutes, I check back on my rice, and this time around it is perfectly cooked. I give it a quick stir to loosen it up and to fluff it, and then add my frozen peas. I don't want to add my frozen peas at an earlier stage because I don't want it to be overcooked as it loses its vibrant green color. So this is the perfect time for me to add the peas, and the heat in the rice is going to defrost it completely. Next, I add my scallions or spring onions, give it a quick stir, and turn off my heat because our coconut rice at this point in time is ready to be served. Even though I used peas and carrots in this recipe, you don't necessarily have to use the same veggies. You can use any vegetable of your choice. You can use cabbage, anything that you have lying around. I served mine with some chicken thighs. Oh my God, that's another delicious recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you very shortly. My family couldn't wait to dig in, so I had to serve them immediately. A dollop of my green chili sauce really completed this dish, and I'm going to leave the link down below in case you haven't seen that video yet. Try it and I know you are going to love it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you have taken some inspiration from it to cook your family a very delicious meal. So until I come your way next time with another yummylicious recipe, please remember that cooking should always be fun and exciting. So try to cook each meal with love and see it radiate through the hearts of your family. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.